Well, 2014 has been truly an incredible year for stages. When I think back of what we've accomplished in this past year, it's pretty mind-boggling. We just celebrated our first anniversary in our new building, the Kent Center for Theater Arts. We had our millionth customer come through the doors during Fiddler on the Roof. We've had extraordinary outreach programs, great success with our productions, and of course what we now call Stages 2, the Playhouse at Westport Plaza. We just concluded a 6-month run of Always Patsy Cline. I'm also particularly excited as we end our year with a dynamic new team that's running the Academy. Tally, who's running the full Academy, and then Katie, who's running Outreach. I have extraordinary hope for these two wonderful people, and I think we've barely scratched the surface of what we can accomplish in education and outreach. We're dedicated to hiring local performers, and we also bring in people when we feel they are right. For instance, we were particularly excited with Bruce Sabbath, who played Tevye in Fiddler on the Roof. He truly was extraordinary. Problems that would caress her rabbi's eyes.
I've been so impressed by the amount of attention that was paid to this production well before we arrived in terms of artistic design, from Michael and set design and costume design and lighting design, and a lot of collaboration that was clearly done before we arrived. So much attention to what they wanted to do with this show, which clearly had a lot of meaning to so many people in the community, and I think it's really paid off.
Hey guys, I'm Taylor Louderman. I was an original Team Stages member. I did a show on Broadway called Bring It On, which also toured through St. Louis. This December, I will be in Peter Pan Live on NBC playing Wendy. One of the things that we got to do as the original Team Stages group was work with one of the classes within the Stages Academy of kids who had Down syndrome. They are so joyous and they're so innocent, and you get to see how art affects someone in its most purest form. And nowadays sometimes it can feel like a job, but I often recall that and think about how much it can mean to someone and what music and the arts can evoke.
I'm now a regular at Stages, but I'm so glad that Always Patsy Cline hooked a lot of other people to come and see what Stages does. It's a remarkable theatrical performance. You don't have to go to Broadway to see really good productions. They're right here in Kirkwood, in our backyard. I think arts education is extremely important. There's a lot of emphasis on what we call STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, but a lot of people are starting to talk STEAM with an arts in the middle, and I think that's important for balance.
Being a part of Emerson's apprentice program was especially awesome because I've been involved with Stages since I was in middle school, and getting to carry that into my college career is really awesome. Last year I was in a tap class here, and now I'm on the opposite side of the spectrum helping with an academy production, and getting to see both sides of that has been really a cool experience.
Hi, I'm Tally Allen, Director of the Turley Performing Arts Academy here at Stages St. Louis, and I am thrilled to be here in its 10th year. The first 10 years established a great foundation for me, and I'm really looking forward to expanding our growth and touching more lives and families here in the Chesterfield community. One of our Urban Arts Initiative programs is at Marion Middle School, which is a Catholic all-girls school for minorities. Last year, I was able to direct a production of The Wiz, and it was just wonderful to witness firsthand the transformation the girls went through throughout the performance process. Nadia McMiller was a standout student at our Marion program. She enjoyed the experience so much that she decided to totally change her high school path and now attends Grand Center Performing Arts Academy.
Before Stages, I rarely knew anything about theater. Coming to Marion, it gave me an experience of theater, and then I started liking it, so I started wanting to be in the shows that they were doing. It just got you excited because there's that feeling that you're putting yourself into that role and being a new person. The teachers at Stages, I actually liked them all. They were all nice. They understood like what we were going through, so they understood it. And one instructor named Tally. She was a great instructor. She kind of understood what was happening and what I was going through, so I could come to her whenever I saw that there was a problem.
The Academy reaches hundreds of families, which often have multiple students per family. This is the case for Gordon and Elizabeth Bourne. They've attended the Academy for 7 years.
Our family first came to the Stages Academy when we moved here from Denver, Colorado. Grace was in first grade, and she loved to sing and dance. And so we brought her in, and she started with Katie Hayes in second grade. She came back in summer camp and loved it so much, and then came and tried out for the Triple Threats group, which has really just changed her life, her confidence, and she's so happy and she loves it here. Our son, Mac, who has autism, has been in Access to the Arts with Stages for just this year, his first year actually doing it. He goes to Litzinger School, which is part of Special School District, and Stages does come in and work with Litzinger School, so he had some experience there. But it allows him the ability to have some friends outside of school, which it's very isolating when you're a child with autism to be able to find friends. And he also really is picking up language and being able to pick up a beat.
Being a part of Triple Threats, a lot of people think that it would be just like another thing on your schedule to do, but it's a lot different from everything else that you do. I used to hate Mondays, and now I wake up every Monday morning and I'm like, hey, I have Triple Threats today. Like, I'm really excited.
Our Access the Arts programming is the only one of its kind in the St. Louis region. Our flagship outreach program is the Send Teen Inclusion Project at Holt High School in Wentzville.
What gives me sort of immense pride through the whole project is the fact when I see kids from my acting class, or kids who we would, in public school, we would call typically developing, walk down the hall and say hello and get involved with someone from the Essential Skills group.
So the Inclusion Project this year is all about It Takes Two, and it takes about holding on to a dream, and it's connecting with each other through iconic rock and roll songs throughout the decades.
Don't stop believing, hold on to that feeling. Good.
Great, that's wonderful. And do you have a favorite move that you do on stage? Can you show me your hand? Go all the way up and then bring it in.
Where would I be if you didn't believe? Where would I be if you didn't believe?